Hello and welcome to the 2021 Taiwan Edtech 50, HOLONIQ's inaugural list for the very first time of the most innovative edtech startups from Taiwan. My name is Patrick Brothers. I'm the co-CEO of HOLONIQ, and today I'm joined with Masaru Shen. Masaru, thank you so much for joining us and the wonderful work that you're doing.
Thanks for having me, Patrick.
All right, we have an action-packed 45 minutes ahead of us. Firstly, I'm going to hand over to Masaru to share some insights on the Taiwan ecosystem. We're going to have a look at the Taiwan Edtech 50 and announce that list formally today. We'll have a look at where those startups are working, which sectors, which parts of education. Before, the best part of this session is we'll meet 5 teams, 5 leaders, 6 leaders actually. We're very lucky to have 2 leaders from one of these organizations who are going to share more about the work that they're doing and the impact that they're having in Taiwan and around the world in education technology. So a fast-paced agenda. For those of you watching this live, you will receive a copy straight after. If you're not familiar with HOLONIQ, we're a global impact intelligence platform. We power the decisions that matter in education, healthcare, and climate, based out of New York with teams in Sydney, Oxford, Bangalore, and in other places around the world. We are so lucky to partner with and support incredible organizations such as III, such as global governments, NGOs, investors, leaders in education technology, and all of the supporting companies around the world. I'll introduce each of these speakers during their session later, but we're very lucky to have 6 leaders from the ecosystem: Arnold Chiang, co-founder and CEO of HiHao; Charlie Tiang, co-founder and CEO at C-Square Hope English, with John Drummond as well, the CEO there. And we'll hear from Jerry Lin, CEO at Coding Bar; Stephanie Chen, Business Development Manager at Ava Information; and Uli Kung, the Overseas Sales Director at Jector as well. So very exciting to hear from each of these leaders and from the work that they're doing. I'm going to stop now and hand over to Masaru to share more about the ecosystem.
Well, thanks for having me, Patrick. Hello, everyone. This is such a great opportunity for Taiwan to be able to share the Taiwan edtech market and choosing the promising edtech company in front of the overseas audience in HOLONIQ platform. And as part of Taiwan government and institution information for industry here together with HOLONIQ, Patrick announced the 2021 Taiwan Edtech 50 for the very first time. So first, I would like to share about our latest report about the Taiwan edtech market overviews. The purpose of doing this survey was introducing the opportunity and insight for the future development and accelerating the business and domestic and overseas market. And this year, the survey will start from May to July, and we have received over 200 copies of the questionnaire and visit several companies on site, and even do a lot of phone interviews during the lockdown it is made. So from the first slide, you could see that over 80% of company capital is less than 3.5 billion, which shows most of them are either small or middle business. And establishing years over 71% are either like over 10 years or 20 years. And this is interesting, the ratio of the larger of the enterprise here slightly higher than the average Taiwan overall industry background, which is the small middle business percentage is nearly 99%. The scope of this report, we actually divide into 3 different categories: teaching hardware, teaching content, and software systems. And according to our upcoming full report, the total output value has reached to the high peak of the $16.4 billion US. Well, compared with the last year, 2020, the overall growth YOY year on year is the 220.9%. This is so crazy fast in growing compared with the 2019 and 2021. And from the slide, you can see the growth and momentum is mainly driven by the teaching hardware, reaching to the 30.9 billion for the 85% of total, which is highlight again the Taiwan has played a key role in the global ICT project during the pandemic. And for the teaching hardware, because of the high demand of the Google Chromebook for education in so many countries, the overall shipment volume has doubled compared with the previous year, which is actually become the most important factors during the driving the growth of the overalls. And the demanding has changed during the emergence of the non-content learning style during the pandemic. Video conference and camera has become one of the important equipment for the maintain learning. So later we have several companies will have the product related to this. So I believe that we could understand more about this part. And in teaching content, the limitation of physical service under this impact of the pandemic, particularly in the K-12 sector, is deeply affected by lockdown, and most of enrollment and marketing activity are affected. But under the promotion of Taiwan national policy and expecting the foreign language learning service will be continue to grow in the futures. This is the software system. The output of value of software system in 2021 is the $1.13 billion US. It's increasing nearly 80% and compared with 2020s. And the learning management platform is still the main industry main service. Others like licensed software and productivity tools, cybersecurity, crowd videos, and collaboration tools such as etc. is also important, the mainstream service during the pandemic. So we believe that the people will be thinking a way about virtual and physical learning activities and moving toward to the hybrid learning in the future educations. And moving forward to the major customer, the report shows that you can see the top 3 major customers are the schools, individuals, and corporation institutes. And the school resources are mostly concentrated on the basic education institute. Individual users have stayed about 20% for past 3 years. And because the increasing of the work from home, the enterprise sector has increasing their demanding for the learning products. And because of the population of domestic market size are quite small in Taiwan, so the active business for overseas market output value is accountable for over 70% of total market. And it can be seen the growth of the output value in 2021 is mostly driven by the overseas demanding from North American, China, Europe, and Japan. And the very first time, North America replaced China for the most important sales area for the very first time. But however, the not a lasting majority of them came from the sales of education ICT products. So Patrick, there you go. Thank you so much to work with the III and the Taiwan Government Industrial Development Bureau. So this is here with the HOLONIQ 2021 Taiwan EdTech 50. And we are so happy to receive over 90 applications and have officially announced this winner on September 17th. So once again, thank you HOLONIQ together organizing this campaign with the Taiwanese government. And really congratulations to all the companies. You could see the Taiwan EdTech business has so many interesting sectors, from a curriculum learning resource, STEM and coding, language learning, literacy, job and upskilling, advanced technology, and digital learning environment, totally 10 different kind of categories. And we can see the promising business in this right track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we see from this year's winners, 64% talking in K-12 market, and workforce and higher education are equally sharing the similar percentages, showing the Taiwan business is either focused on the K-12 market or cover the full sector from the K-12 to the workforce. The 10 category shows the harmony and health ecosystem of the Taiwan EdTech industry, cover the hardware, software, digital content, and learning platform, the service. So you could see the curriculum learning resource and digital learning environment. These 2 categories are top among them, and which is represent Taiwan has a rich learning content and ICT equipment manufacturing resource. So looking ahead, in order to continue explore the business opportunity in fact of the EdTech, I think majority of the Taiwan ID company will have the opportunity to play the role of the integration in the vertical fields. And because of pandemic, the Taiwan EdTech company need to development of digital automations and innovation service, and expanding the new channels such as establishing the online channel, digitalizing the product and service, and build a new partner business model, including the partner collaborations. And as a government agent, as a III, we should actively establish for the industry brand image in line with the international standards, such like Patrick HOLONIQ's, and assist expanding the digital transformation with the Taiwan EdTech industry. So Yeah, that's my very summarizing about is the Taiwan EdTech market and also the EdTech HOLONIQ EdTech 50s.
Amazing, thank you, Masaru. That was really, really interesting. We just love our partnership with you, and we love learning more about just how strong the Taiwan EdTech ecosystem is, as seen in your numbers, as we're about to see as well. Let's move on to the best part of this session, which is really hearing from teams in the ecosystem who are actually doing this work. I'm going to introduce Arnold Chiang, co-founder and CEO of HaHao. Arnold, please share more about the work that you're doing.
Okay, thanks Patrick and Maslow for having us. And hello everyone, morning. I'm Arnold from HaHao, the biggest online learning platform in Taiwan. And I'm the co-founder and CEO. My name is Arnold. Next page, please.
Arnold, you can advance the slide.
Oh, I can do it. Oh, that's perfect. That's thanks to EdTech. Okay. So we're named after the Taiwanese dialect school. So HaHao means school in Taiwanese dialect or Hokkien. The reason why I co-founded HaHao with my co-founder, which is his background is programming and I'm sociology, is because we all went to the best school university in Taiwan, and we feel like all the learning choices are so limited by social expectations, parents' expectations. So parents or students in Asia all learn because of the social expectation or parents' expectation. I know some of them don't, but most of them are. Especially when I go to a bad school, I ask my friend who study double E or who study accounting, and I ask them, why do you study this? And they all answer, because my parents want me to do this, because I had the best score, so I went to this. I studied this major, and I asked them further. So what do you want to do in the future? They say, oh, I want to open a coffee shop. Or I want to gather a band and to play music. But I will finish my parents' expectation and social expectation first. Then I'll do my own dream. So I think that's a very, very big pity. And me and my co-founder think are finding ways to help to people to explore who they are, what they like, and what they don't like. So that's why we co-founded HaHao. The whole concept is about anyone can teach, anyone can share, because we want to broaden everyone's horizons. No matter you want to try yo-yo, you want to try stage performing, you can get away from all the barrier of your age, of your gender. I think that's the magic of EdTech. Anyone can play, anyone can learn anything from the net. But back to 2015, Taiwan doesn't have this kind of vibes or platform. So we created a platform where anyone can teach, anyone can learn. One of our business innovation is about, before you want to start something, you can crowdfund your course. So we combine the idea of C2C platform Udemy and the idea of Kickstarter, that everyone, you can teach here, but before you film the whole big courses, you use a 3-minute video to introduce who you are, what you're going to teach, and how the students are going to learn. But only when a certain amount of people are willing to pre-order your courses that you are going to film the final course. This has 3 benefits. First, you can guarantee your minimum income before you film the course. The cost of filming a course is getting higher and higher because audience tastes are getting stronger. Second, you can understand the market needs before you put into productions. Last but not the least, I think we lower the barrier of who can become a teacher. So if you are a star from the school, if you are an industry expert, you can all come to HaHao and crowdfund your course and test the market. I think we redefine who can become a teacher by top 20% of the HaHao's top selling teachers, the age are below 30s. That's a big contrast how we think of teachers as professors or senior people has a very big difference. So we are lucky and we are honored to create a new atmosphere and vibes for Taiwan. We even cooperate with our Vice President Chen Jianren during the COVID-19 period to transform his knowledge from text into videos, and also go with Taiwan Can Help campaign to translate the course into Russian, French, and all other language to help around the world. And that's also our big pride. So this is the backstage, and that day we use only 2 weeks to do this like crash course and gather more than 20,000 people in Taiwan to participate in this course. Last year, we think at our enterprise sector, we also see a strong demand and needs for their learning, because all the enterprise are eager to transform their enterprise into a more digital and more advanced, and all the technology are booming. They need to transform their employees by e-learning. So they think the old school of offline learning is not effective and efficient enough. So we are very lucky that once we release our business version, we are welcomed by like Yangming Transport Corporation, China Airline, Foxcom's company Ingressy, all kind of hackathon to join this board. So you can see the HR dashboard compared with our 2C model are slightly different, because they can focus more on their learning curves and every employee's learning analytics. Last but not least, we also cooperate with Today at Apple. That's their very, very rare collaboration with local brand. It's called branding, because they think Hahao's DNA has a lot of similarity with Apple, that we use technology to enrich people's life. So we help them transform their offline experiences, courses into online together on the website of Apple. So we are a content and technology combination of our company. That's our core value. In the future, we want to build something that no matter your learning demand is curiosity, job hunting, or traveling, or your preferred method, you can all come to Hahao to find your preferred method, your suitable teachers, and fulfill your learning needs. And that's how we call Jarvis for learning. Thank you very much. We're Hahao, and I'm the CEO of Hahao. We look for strategic partner and investor who can help us scale and distribute our products across Japan and Southeast Asia. Feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Arnold. That was so impressive. I love the vision. I love all the benefits you talked about of combining like a Kickstarter and a Udemy. That's a really cool idea. Congrats on the impact that you've had so far. And no doubt you guys are going to go to the whole next level. The sky's the limit. Thanks, Arnold.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to our next team. I'm introducing John and Charlie from Hope English. John and Charlie, I'd love to learn more about the work that you're both doing.
All right. Thank you for having us, Patrick and Masaro. Hi, everyone. My name is Charlie. I'm the founder and CEO of Hope English, the most efficient online English learning brand in Asia. I'm here today with my partner and COO, John Drummond. Now, please allow me to guide you through our little adventure in this EdTech industry. So back in 1995, my father actually invented this world's first digital language learning machine, got it patented all over the world. I will never forget that hot summer day in 1998, where he actually kicked off this intensive English learning bootcamp for me and my brother. Use his language learning machine, of course. We spent a total of 30 days, 10 hours a day, learning English from Coach Dad with the unique curriculum he designed for us. It turned out that 30 days later, our English fluency improved so much that we never had to study English at all back in high school. So years later, in 2012, we started Hope English with the mission on passing on his unique learning methodology. We want to be the hope for anyone who is still struggling learning English. With 2 years of R&D, we came up with our flagship product called 攻其不背. And direct translation for that would be attack it without rote memorization. So far, we have already launched more than a dozen language learning products and services. 500,000 users and more than 50,000 paid customers have found their inspiration learning with us. All right, so our patented 5-step strategy-based learning system is literally the incarnation of my father. It's nothing like any traditional English learning system method where teachers would ask students to go home and review by themselves. Just like that summer camp Dad designed for us, all the practice and review sessions are already built in our system. Students will never have to worry about like when and how to review. They simply just follow the instructions step by step. The knowledge they acquire will become their long-term memory. So for all of our language learning products, our 5-step approach has always been a core component. With different targeted audience, specific designs are incorporated for the best learning result. Right now, we have basic grammar courses for beginners with animations, cartoons, and gamification. We also have a specific package just for high schoolers. Our thematic learning covers English proficiency tests such as TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS. We even collaborate with the biggest English broadcast station and the most renowned publishers here in Taiwan to create the best content with variety. So now let me pass it to John for further information.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Masaru. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, so kind of the story of our brand has been based around that concept of kind of boot camp style English learning. And so as we decided to put it into practice in the EdTech space, a big component has been how can we give data analytics and tracking to our clients? And so along with our 5-step process, we focus on 3 main data analytic points: lecture content analytics, personal interest analytics, and learning behavior. We use this with in-house algorithms. So it's essentially assessing students' interests, their learning goals, and guiding them with relevant content that they can use next. Kind of like the YouTube algorithm. The more you use it, the more it gets to know you and suggests future content for you. So we've been focusing on our progress and results right now. And most of you would know TOEIC. It's an ETS fluency test around the world. And this has become a good benchmark for us, as a lot of our students need to use TOEIC for job applications, anything really in their life with English being their non-native language. And so we've done a study with 300 students with 3 months of learning using our platform, and using our system, they've increased their scores, their TOEIC test scores, an average of 175 points compared to a lot of people who are around the 100 range. So this has created a lot of wonderful feedback for us as we continue to build out future content. I really want to say next slide, Patrick, but I won't today. A big focus has been using our revenue from growth to reinvest into the company, as we are all big believers here in the future of EdTech. And we have right now over 50,000 clients, 5 million paid hours spent by users, and our team is continuing to growing in the social media space to continue to develop further applications. A big thing that we are focusing on right now, pre-COVID, was global expansion, focused mostly on the APEC region. We are partnered now with 300 corporate clients and continuing to use our products within their systems. And we noticed something really important with our retention within those clients was a lot of those teams have HR, and if HR was willing, we could allow them to use our data analytics to kind of act as a coach, the coach that Charlie has spoke about with their team. So this was increasing our retention rate from 20%, which was already really solid, but to around 70%, which was about a 235% increase. And so we kind of went like, okay, our system already is working well with our B2C model, but our B2B is so much stronger with that HR component getting involved. And so with COVID, and it really allowed us to focus more internally and kind of think about growing right now within the Taiwan market. And so we've drawn up new plans too to create what we're coining kind of as online merge offline. And the tech space is getting so fluent now that we want to be adding supplementary resources to educators in the space. So parents, teachers, tutors who can use our tech in their classrooms that they already have and build their curriculum out with that. So that's a big focus right now of our future growth, as we can scale internally with Taiwan, focus on that, and then bring that product out to the global market as we continue back to our global expansion after COVID kind of settles down. So that's where we're at kind of right now. And it's just incredible to be here. Thank you so much, guys. And Patrick and Masaru, I'll send it back to you.
Awesome. So impressive, Charlie and John. Like, it just strikes me as such a great combination of a fantastic story and history, amazing scale, but also really sophisticated in the work, John, that you just shared, and with a great vision as well. I mean, so impressive. It's no surprise you're part of the Taiwan EdTech 50, that's for sure. So thank you so much for spending the time with us to share more about Hope English, and no doubt we'll be keeping tabs on your progress.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.
Wonderful. All right. Moving over, it's a pleasure to introduce Jerry Lin, founder and CEO of Coding Bar. Jerry, tell us more about the work that you do.
Thank you, Patrick. Hi, everyone. I'm Jerry, founder and CEO of Coding Bar. It's my honor to be a speaker to share what we do today. AI era is coming. AI technology has been widely applied in various fields, and programming is the foundation of all technology. Programming learning is an inevitable wave in the world. Right now, there are more than 25 countries around the world have set coding course as a basic education, from Europe, North America to Asia. So we believe coding will be the basic capability of everyone in the near future. More and more people will learn coding. However, here comes the big problem, which is not enough qualified teachers, because people know how to program, but may not know how to teach. Second, engineering pay is much higher than teacher. There is no incentive. Third, teaching programming is more like teaching music. Practice is very important. A teacher cannot handle too many students in a class. So, Coding Bar is established to solve this problem. We provide a total solution for education institutions, including an original cloud-based smart learning platform, interesting content with animations and exercise, which is suitable for online and offline class. Because we have standard course and an intelligent platform, the teacher's training becomes easy, which make more interested people can join the program education. Now, let's get further step and explain the benefit of using our platform for teachers and students. It's very convenient for students. One browser, no any installation. Student can learn anytime and anywhere as long as he has a computer that can connect to the internet. We collect a lot of learning data for analysis. So when students practice programming, the intelligent system will guide him to correct the mistake automatically. It's a high interactive learning experience. For teacher, the platform can record the learning data of students, which is convenient for teacher to monitor the learning status of every student in real time, especially in a big class. It also supports code comparison and examination management. Our platform reduced a lot of burden of teacher. Then teacher can have more time to inspire students to learn. Right now, we have more than 6-year curriculum for 10 to 18 years old students. There are 4 levels: creator, explorer, innovator, and expert. Explorer is for elementary school middle grade students. They can design their own game by block-based programming. Explorer is for senior elementary school students. Develop micro-bit projects to enjoy the fun of makers. Innovator is for high school students. They start learning text-based program from Python. Expert is for whos. Is for those who are interested in computer science. He will learn data structure and algorithm. This is very complete set of teaching material for educational institutions from elementary to high school. One high school teacher gave us feedback. After using Coding Bar platform, the teaching progress in his class improved by 30%, and the lesson preparation time reduced 50%. Now, more than 60 senior high schools in Taiwan are using our system for teaching programming. We have been highly recognized, and therefore we have been invited by the Ministry of Education to be a lecturer of the teacher seminar in Taiwan. We are also responsible for the online course of advanced information technology for senior high school. In the past 3 years, we have won many awards from Ministry of Economy Affairs of Taiwan and the AWS Joint Innovation Center. We are selected as the 2020 Asia Pacific ICT Alliance Award Taiwan National Team. Coding Bar creates the best learning and teaching experiences for programming education. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. That was really interesting. I thought you made some very interesting points at the start about the incentives and the problem, and it's no surprise. And then things like no code, bringing in further complexity. So no doubt you're having a big impact as the successes you just shared. Congratulations for being part of the Taiwan EdTech 50, and thanks for joining us today to share more about Coding Bar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. All right. Pleasure to introduce Stephanie Chen. Stephanie Chen's a BD manager at Ava Information. Stephanie, I'd love to learn more about the work that you do.
Okay. A warm hello and welcome from Ava. I want to present you the Ava Information. As you can see, we are a team devoted to offering solution integrate with audio, video, and AI. So according to statistics, most people receive information prefer visual style or audio style. So as an EdTech provider, Ava's core value is human-oriented. All our intellectualized design of our product are fulfilled with our unique AI technology, but based on the user's demand. We try our best to make sure all learners can see and listen to all the content clearly. I think it's most basic and significant. Okay, so let me give you 2 examples. Okay, talking about accessibility. What can we do for petite students if they can't see the demo in class like me? Or the student can't understand the point. After class, they want to do review. Or how can we help the teacher who don't use multimedia or want to do demo vividly? Document camera are Ava's most popular product since Ava's establishment. To date, under the spread of COVID, they are still superstar helping teachers. You can see such as no matter the type of curriculum, such as formula, music, even sports, they can use to do demo instantly with our interactive teaching software. So they can record or annotate, then upload to Google Classroom, Google Cloud in the software directly. Students from all over the world can do both online and offline learning. Okay. And talking about the AI technology, I know hybrid learning is a nightmare for teachers since COVID. Ava cares about the pain point of a teacher who presents in big venues. So we develop AI auto tracking camera, which is a game changer. Why? Because it tracks the teacher around the classroom, and even when they walk towards students or interact, or even wear face mask or write on the blackboard. There is no lanyard, no IR, no cameraman or accessory is needed. It just simply tracks you. Okay, so for better teaching experience, we develop hybrid tracking mode. Hybrid tracking mode, like sometimes you want the camera zoom in and focus on particular part of the room, maybe your whiteboard, maybe your picture, maybe your writing. You will prefer camera keeps still and focus on the content rather than yourself. Okay, so but when you walk down stage, you may need the camera spotlight back, and like the camera checks on you. So hybrid mode can switch from zone and presenter seamlessly. I believe you will be the most thoughtful teaching assistant and no need to quarantine. Okay, and you may wonder, after class, does it still capture or follow me? Okay, we understand your concern of cybersecurity. So when you finish the class, maybe you can turn off the camera or just close your laptop like you use Microsoft Teams. Then the camera will directly turn down 90 degrees. So until the next teacher walk in, turn on the Microsoft Teams or camera and resume tracking. The design are made to satisfy our users. Therefore, we ask ourselves at least compatible with or certified by mainstream platform like Zoom, Teams, or Google Meet, or Barcode. We not only care about our safety of product, but also information security. So EVER has been granted almost 300 patents, all relevant to technology of video and audio. These patents make our product distinct in the market. You can see we currently focus on Europe market, American market, and Southeast Asia as well. We keep enhance our developing of technology and maintaining the MIT, made in Taiwan quality, and expanding more application to provide our global user with better video and audio experiences. We are proud to be elected by HOLONIQ as Taiwan Edtech 50. EVER will keep its passion as a first-day startup and always respect and empathize with the user demand. I hope now you are ready to rock your distance learning with EVER's product. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. That was super impressive. It makes so much sense in the environment that we're in as well, and a really smart product combining hardware, which not everybody thinks of when they think of EdTech. But I think the examples that you gave are just so relevant. You can see how schools and universities all around the world would be definitely wanting, a product like EVER to power their learning. So thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on the wonderful work that you and your team are doing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. All right, our final presentation is from Uli Huang. Uli.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Yuri.
Love to learn more about Jector.
Okay, so it's very happy to have this opportunity to participate in HOLONIQ campaign, and it's very pleased to introduce Jector Digital to you. And thank you, Patrick and Masaru, give me this chance to introduce to all of you. And let me quickly to grace over Jector Digital. Jector, actually, this is a video, but unfortunately, it cannot play on the webinar. But we still can share the link for all of you. So Jector is a new company. Was established a couple of months ago, and we have strong display know-how and perform system integration experiences in Taiwan. Jector is a new joint venture company by AUO Display Plus we call it ADP, and Jetta as a AUO company. All of us know AUO company is a worldwide giant panel manufacturer in Taiwan. So we are happy to have this mother company to support us. They give us the cutting edge display know-how and technology, and also we perform the system integration experiences of Jetta. So now we have this new company called Jetta Digital. So this year we have 4 directions to participate in. First of all is educational domains. So as you see, all of the product we also can provide to our partner. As a manufacturer, we can provide our partner interactive front panel display, e-podium, charging card, visualizer, even EPG camera or projector. And for the corporate business, we also can provide interactive touch screen and also some conference system or video conferencing system or video wall. So back to the educational part, we are happy to get a British consulting future sales report. It shows every year we can sell around more than 3,000 pieces interactive front panel in Taiwan. So we are honored to say we have market share #1 in Taiwan, even better than other brands. So I also want to use this opportunity to share one topic we are also looking for. It's called digital transformation in post-pandemic world. So actually we know the impact of the COVID-19. Before the 2020 March, most of the students and employees work at home or we know before the 2020 March, most of students and employees, they are studying at school or working at office. But due to the COVID-19, it influenced our living. So most of the government locked down the school. Even some companies they close their office and ask the employee or student work at home, even study at home. But due to the situation of the COVID-19 is getting better, we also find some famous European company or American company, even some famous company like Google, Apple, Amazon, this kind of giant company, they start to run a new type of hybrid working place. So we believe hybrid learning and hybrid working place will be the new normal in the future. So let's say I want to say, we also think about this is the first era of branding learning. In the past, the teacher just do the teaching in the classroom, but now probably they will use our interactive front panel display to share their digital content and then deliver their content or their lecture to the school at home. So students, they probably they can just watch the video to see the online learning and also to get what the teacher want to ask them. One thing quite important, we also developed the one visualizer. This new visualizer is quite light and moldable because we think about how do we can interact with the teacher when teacher do the online learning. So that's why we develop this visualizer. So when the teacher give the quiz to the student can quickly to answer with the student to create the interactive learning. So let's say it's why we create this new one. So if we talk about the business model of the branding learning, in the past, probably teaching space will be around $43 million, but now it's go up to the person side to up to $1.5 billion. And again, due to the COVID, so we also think about this year is also the era of the hybrid working place. Now, even our company, some part of the employee or colleague they work at home, and some the other part will be work at office, and they use the video conferencing to do the collaboration, and also to enhance the product activity in our company. So this scenario of the educational surroundings we are created to provide our schools. So you can see from the interactive front panel display, PD camera, charging card, even the e-podium or visualizer, all of the equipment we can provide to our partners, even can do the service for the teacher. So for the interactive front panel display, we can provide from the 65-inch, 75-inch, 86-inch, even up to the 98-inch, the big screen. And for our accessory, this is a 4K EPD camera we call a webcam. Compared to current webcam, we embedded AI chip inside. So later I will describe what the difference between the current and our AI webcam. And also we can provide a tracking camera, even a visualizer. I want to introduce this new concept of visualizer. In the past, probably we know some classroom, they will install a visualizer in their classroom, but it's quite heavy. But due to the COVID-19, we rethink about how we can help a teacher and student when they study at home. So we decided this new type of visualizer is quite light, and you can take it easier. Just put in your back, your pocket, and it's with multi-function inside. Sometimes you can use it to be the visualizer. Otherwise, you also can use it to be the scanner to catch your document. And if you want to do the visualization with your clients, you also can use it. We can provide the software to do the visualizer. So this is the normal webcam. So we embed the AI chip inside our webcam. So you can see when students they are studying at home, if you just use a webcam to do the video conferencing, most of the students will lose their concentration on the screen. So if they have an AI function inside, they will automatically to check the teacher's speech and also can adjust the surrounding and make the student can put more concentration on the lecture. So we also provide a lecture capture solution to do the online streaming. Even they can record a video to support students can do the preview and the review at school. Even a charging card or e-podium. But now I also want to share some real successful case study we did in Taiwan. And this is our client. You can see such as like Giant is a famous bicycle company, Taiwan Power Company, even China Airline, Zhiji or Sony. You can see the Jetta in their place. And even a hospital, they also use our interactive front panel display to support their client or support their patients. And talk about the government institute from the Taipei, Taichung, even the Kaohsiung city government, they also use our interactive front panel display in their meeting room. And back to the education, top 5 university, top 5 high school, top 5 junior high school, even the foreign schools, they also use our touchscreen panel in their teaching surroundings. So this is the teacher, they use our touchscreen to do the interaction with their students. And also this is multimedia classroom. So teacher, they just in front of the classroom, use their video wall to do the teaching with their students. And students just use a touchscreen to share their idea. And then they can project on a big screen to do the interaction. And this one, I want to share this picture with all of you because some of our teachers, they are quite traditional. They still use a traditional teaching to the students. So due to the COVID-19, now the government also asked them to accept the digital transformation. So now we help them to put our touchscreen in the middle of the blackboard and make the traditional student, make the traditional teacher, they can still use their chopstick to write down, to handwriting their information to share their students. But if they want to use YouTube or Google to search some information, they just open the blackboard and also use the touchscreen can quickly to search their information. So later is the new design to help the teacher or traditional teacher to quickly to accept digital transformation. And due to the COVID-19, some teacher, we also need to keep the social distance. So some teacher, they use video conferencing and the touchscreen to do this is an exercise class. So they do the distance learning for the students. And this is gripping. Now we know the one trend of a free education in Taiwan. So now the teacher, not only the teacher, sometimes students, they can be the small teacher. So students, they can brainstorming with their classmates and share the idea to the teacher. And you can see left-hand side, some students, they are grouping to discuss their classmate or assignments, and then with their classmates. And if they have a good idea, they can project on the big screen. And this is a professional audio and visual classroom. And this one is a specific classroom. We put a 98 touchscreen in this classroom. And this one I also want to share with you, because due to the COVID-19, some traditional schools, they are rethink how could they can face this digital transformation. So we help them to design this scenario classroom. They use a projector to pretend it looks like a hotel lobby. So they make students can immerse when they're learning or some hospitality lectures. Just pretend they are the waiters or they are the manager to do the treatment with their clients. So we also help them to do this scenario classroom. And we know the gaming sport is also quite popular in school now. So we also help some university or schools to establish this kind of gaming classroom, and also put our touchscreen in middle of the classroom. Make two teams, like team A, team B, they can share their tactic or to do the campaign in the classroom. And this is the MBA program classroom. We know MBA program, they prefer to use case study to share their idea with their classmates. So we also help them to embed it or install our touchscreen in the classroom. So you can see it looks like a future classroom. So teacher and the student, they enter this entrance and they can see the timetable on the digital signage. And when they enter this classroom, they can share their idea or even a discussion with their classmates to do more brainstorming. And last one is a lecture capture classroom. We use this lecture capture solution in National Normal University. So teacher just stand in front of a classroom. So now you can think about, now teacher just not only do the traditional teaching in the classroom. Sometimes probably they can be the YouTube or can upload their lecture to the Coursera, some streaming platform. So that's why we help them to use to this kind of surrounding, and then when they do the teaching lively, and then they also can upload their lecture on cloud. And thank you so much. And we are very happy. If you have any interest, you can contact with us. And again, we are so happy to have this opportunity to join HOLONIQ campaign. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uli. That was incredible. So many different solutions, and you know, it's great to see more hardware, and it's great to have those case studies to better understand how they're being used as well. So congratulations on the work that you and your team are doing, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, it's our honor.
Wonderful. All right, we are a little bit over time. Masaru, I was just going to stop in and see if you had any reflections, like on hearing from those teams and the process we went through to get to the top 50.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrick. And once again, thank you so much, HOLONIQ and Patrick, to have this opportunity to run in this 2021 Taiwan Edtech 50. I think each company has to represent a very unique product and service. I think we're expecting more different kind of service and product in the coming year. And the Taiwan market is very strong on R&D and the manufacturing program. So I believe this is a good way to think about the future. Maybe we can bring more activity and for active market. Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I mean, Taiwan definitely has a reputation globally for being all about technology and intellectual property and new ideas and innovation. So we're expecting big things, and I think the ecosystem is very lucky to have the work that you and your team do as well. So big thank you from us for working together. We really value our partnership with you. Congratulations to all the teams who are part of the Taiwan Edtech 50, and to all those who didn't make it and are still doing an incredible job. That was perhaps the best and most difficult part of this process, was teams that are doing amazing things who aren't represented in the 50 as well. So I look forward to seeing you all hopefully in Taipei one day soon. Otherwise, thank you again, and thank you for all of our speakers today.
Thank you.